Easy win by LNG. Man, I feel like Weibo had that early game. Let me see that top fight again. So, I mean, look at it from his vision. Tarzan actually doesn't see anything. The W AoE thing doesn't see the Herald, so he spears. And the spear doesn't connect, so he jumps to check. And as he checks, he realizes, ah, shit. Then he walks up to take the pink. Oh, whoa, look how far forward he's going. If he stays at the back of the pit hitting the ward, he's fine. But look how far up he goes. Like, that already is a problem. I wonder if his camera is like here. And he sees Crisp is walking up to Vi. And he's like, yeah, go Vi, go Vi. But, like, he's not really registering everything else. Like, Leona's missing. His top laner's far. His mid laner doesn't really, like... He can't just TP instantly, right? So now it's like a... Flashes out, jumps out. He dies. Crisp dies. Xiaohu TP's in, right? This is the state. Like, the thing is, I think Weibo just fails to realize... Well, Tarzan fails to realize here... Here, what should be clocking in his head is... I don't want to bring my Yone here. I want to bring my Yone into a bot tier 1 kill. Like, bot tier 1 should die. Ashe has mid push. Maybe Ashe can push and hover down. Braum can run down. He should just come out and clear his camps, and bot tier 1 dies. So essentially what happens is, they forced this fight. Now Yone's TP'd in for nothing, when he could have just pushed bot and gotten first blood tower bot. Like, they need to think of the cross map. Quick, cross map. Boom. Herald's gone. Okay, what can we do? Because what you're going to do there is, what, force a fight maybe? Sure, but you could also just push bot and get a free objective. The cross map would be really good there for Weibo, but they didn't get anything out of it. So what essentially then happens is that the map just evolves into madness. Yone TP into... Like this sequence of plays is horrible, no? They're even in gold. If anything, they're even in gold. They lose Nidalee, they lose Braum, they lose Yone TP, they lose Nidalee Flash, they use Exhaust, they use Yone ult, then Nasus dies. So Nasus is dead and he uses his ult. Then Yone dies under tower, and they lose top tier 1. So they lose first blood tower, Herald, 4 kills, and Ashe is running bot to try and get this bot tier 1 at 50 minutes. Herald crashes onto top tier 2. Ashe finally gets bot tier 1. And because Ashe gets bot tier 1, because Light realizes the only thing he can do in this situation, which is correct, like his team's dying, right? Light's like, I have to cross map something, right? If I run mid, I'm not going to kill anything. I'll run bot because Ezreal will go mid. And I'll try and kill this low HP tower. He kills the low HP tower, but by the time he does that, this is dead. This is chunked. They've all based. They're already here because they have the Herald recall buff, right? So they're quick out of base. So now Light has to lose his flash. So they lost Ashe flash on top of that. And then I think Light actually dies here. In a mid. They get Drake. They get Drake. Then they get bot tier 1. And Light dies. So in the space of 3 minutes, they've lost 5 kills. Herald, first blood tower, bot tier 1, and Drake. Because they didn't cross map. And this is what happens if you don't cross map. If you lose on one side, you will lose on the other. Like, if you're winning here, yeah, and I can go here and win. And oh, and then to rub it in, this happens. Where Xiaohu sees this and thinks, yeah, Ken is dead for sure. I'll try and kill their Vi. Kennen 1v2s them. So it's 7 kills. And they use Nasus TP. And Yone ult and Nasus ult. Everything's being used here, right? You can see it all here. And Kennen gets out. So, and Ezreal took mid tier 1. Oh, what? What? So I'm going to pause it here. 17:48 into the game. They're almost 4k down. 2 Drakes, a Herald, and 3 towers. Okay. Let's go back 4 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes before. 0 towers. Even gold. 1 Drake. 2 kills. That's crazy, no? In the space of 2 minutes, they lost 7 kills, 2 objectives, and 3 towers. That is bonkers, no? Like, the way the game works in League is if you're making a play here, I have to make a play here. If I gamble and fight you on this play, and you still make it work, and I die, you can beat me to this play, right? So, This is why cross-mapping is slow, and normally a lot of league games are just slow, right? A lot of league games are just slow, because why? You take top tower, I take bot tower. Okay, now you take my bot tower, I'll take your top tower. Okay, now let's play 3v3 mid and both just clear waves in front of each other's face. Oh, dragon spawning, let's take a team fight. Doesn't look too good, I'll back off. Why? Because you just trade. This is what a game looks like when you don't trade, and you just run head first. Herald's here, we could take bot tier 1, no. Let's fight the Herald. Tarzan dies, Crisp dies. Let's salvage the play. Nessus dies, Yone dies, tower dies. Okay, let's get bot tier 1. Okay, well, they're faster out of base now as well. So now this dies, I die. And because we're all trying to cover this, this dies. And it's just... How do I make it say? It's like you gamble on something and then you double down on your mistake. It's like you lose double, you know? I defend my top tier 1, I don't defend it, it dies. And I lose my bot tower, it dies. And now I've lost here and here instead of just trading 1 for 1. Instead of trading 1 for 1, you're kind of trading like 2 for 0, you know? Does that make sense? It was a horrendous series of plays. Horrendous. That one mistake, and also in pro play, like I don't know if you have it in solo queue as well, you have the int effect, right? Where like people's brains are, some people have it extremely bad and they're like, I'll save us, you know, that's the extreme version. The other version is like, I'll see what I can do. And you have this mindset in league sometimes in pro play where it's like, yes, you died, but I'm TPing in and I'm really strong. And like, Tarzan makes a mistake and Chris makes a mistake, they die. Xiaohu TPs in to save it, Breed dies. Xiaohu thinks he can like save the play here for some reason while Breed's dying. Oh, maybe we can kill Kennen and 1 for 1 it. Well, he gets chunked and now his base is going to get cancelled because they're going to chase him. Now he dies. Now top tier 1's dead. And now Light's like, I'll save us. I'll take bot tier 1 so we get an objective off of this. So Light goes for bot tier 1 with Crisp and calls him down. And then in comes Vi, who has a Herald recall, which he didn't account for. So now Light loses his flash. And now in comes Tarzan like, I'll save us. So we'll play the 3v3. But actually what he did is bait Light into staying, and they're losing their mid tower as well soon from Ezreal. And then Light ends up dying because Tarzan rocks up. And now Breed's pushing top and he's like, I'll save us. So he TPs in and tries to save the play and then ends up losing another 2 people for Weibo, and they get nothing. And then mid tier 1 dies as well. And it's like, the way League works sometimes is there's a train and it's on some rails, you know? And the train's going at a certain speed. Someone's driving the fucking train. It's called the int train. Yeah? Someone's driving the int train. It's going at like 20 miles an hour. He's completely inting it. And it's going faster and faster and faster. And more people start boarding the train because they can stop the train. Bro, just stop boarding the train now. Cut it off. 1 person's dead. The train's gone. Don't join the train. Just count it as a loss. It's like maybe if you're gambling and you lose 10 euros, you're like, well, if I put 10 euros on and I lost 10 euros, if I put 20 on, and I lose, then I'll put 40. And if I lose that, I'll put 80. And if I lose that, I'll put 160. And if I lose that, I'll put... And eventually I'll win my money back, right? Right? No, you're just chain inting.